78 minutes, Argentina were not defending their World Cup title. They were watching it die. Egypt were leading 2-0. Lionel Messi had missed a penalty. Argentina looked frustrated, vulnerable, and completely out of answers. And then, in one of the most unbelievable endings of this World Cup, everything changed. 3 Argentina goals, 13 minutes of total chaos. Egypt went from being seconds away from one of the greatest shots in World Cup history to being eliminated. Argentina won 3-2. But believe me, the final score tells only half the story. Because this was not a normal comeback. This was a football match that went from shock to panic to controversy and finally to heartbreak. From the opening minutes in Atlanta, Egypt made one thing very clear. They were not there to admire Argentina. Argentina wanted control. Egypt wanted discomfort. Whenever Argentina had the ball, Egypt stayed compact. They closed the middle, protected the space around Messi, and waited for one bad pass. Then they attacked quickly. That was the first big tactical difference. Argentina had more of the ball. Egypt had more danger than Argentina expected, and in the 15th minute, the warning became a goal. Marwan Attia delivered the corner. Yasser Ibrahim attacked the ball aggressively, and his header went into the net. Argentina 0, Egypt 1. Now look at the difference in emotions. Egypt suddenly believed, Argentina suddenly started thinking, and in knockout football, that can be dangerous. The world champions tried to increase the pressure. They pushed more players forward. They attacked the box. And then Argentina received the perfect opportunity to reset the match. Penalty. Lionel Messi against Mostafa Shobeir. This should have been the moment when Argentina took control again. But Shobeir saved it, and suddenly the entire stadium felt different. Messi had missed, Egypt were still ahead, and the Egyptian goalkeeper was playing the match of his life. Shobeir then denied Alexis McAllister. Messi hit the outside of the post from a free kick. Julian Alvarez was stopped from close range. Argentina were attacking. Argentina were creating chances, but Egypt were surviving everything. And this is where the match became psychologically fascinating. The numbers said Argentina were the stronger team. The score said Egypt were winning. That difference creates panic. Every Argentina attack started feeling heavier. Every Egyptian clearance felt bigger. Every minute made the impossible look more possible. For the first time since their 4-0 defeat against Germany in the 2010 World Cup quarterfinal, Argentina went into halftime trailing in a World Cup match. Think about that, 16 years, and now in a knockout game against Egypt, the defending champions were behind. But the real explosion came after halftime. Egypt broke forward. Mohamed Salah helped create the move. Mostafa Ziko finished. Egypt celebrated. It looked like 2-0. Then VAR went back through the attacking phase and found a foul much earlier in the build-up. Goal cancelled. And this is where the controversy began. Egypt were furious because the foul happened long before the ball reached the net. Many fans believed VAR had gone too far back. Others argued that the rules allowed the review. But whatever you think about the decision, one thing is certain. Egypt did not collapse. They attacked again. Haitham Hassan destroyed the space on the left, drove forward, cut the ball back, and this time Zico scored again. No VAR rescue, no second chance. Argentina 0, Egypt 2. And now this was becoming historic. The world champions were 11 minutes away from elimination. Messi looked beaten. The Egyptian bench was dreaming. Fans around the world were asking the same question. Are we actually watching Argentina go out? But this is where Egypt made their biggest mistake. Until that moment, their counterattacks had given Argentina something to fear. Now they dropped deeper. And deeper, and deeper. They stopped asking Argentina questions. They simply tried to survive Argentina's answers. That changed everything. Because suddenly Argentina's defenders were attacking like midfielders. Midfielders were entering the penalty area. Crosses kept coming. Second balls kept dropping. The pressure became a siege. Minute 79. Messi looked up. Cross, Cristian Romero attacked it. Header, 2-1. Now Egypt were not calm anymore. They were holding on, and Argentina could feel it. Just 4 minutes later, the ball dropped inside the area. Messi was there, shot. Shobeir got his hands to it, but not enough. 2-2. Listen to what had happened. Egypt had controlled this emotional battle for almost the entire match. Then, in 4 minutes, the world champions destroyed that control. And now the question was no longer, can Argentina survive? The question was, can Egypt survive? The answer came in stoppage time. Argentina attacked again. Lautaro Martinez delivered the cross. Enzo Fernández arrived. Header, goal, 3-2. Total madness. Argentina had been 2-0 down in the 78th minute. Now they were winning. Messi was in tears. The Argentina players were celebrating as if they had won a final. Egypt were completely broken. But even the winning goal came with controversy. Egypt believed Mohamed Salah had been fouled before Argentina broke forward. Their players and staff were furious. After the match, the anger continued, with the Egyptian camp openly criticizing the officiating. And social media immediately split into two sides. One side said, legendary comeback. The other said, Egypt were robbed. But here is the honest analysis. You can debate the refereeing decisions. You cannot debate Argentina's mentality. They were 2-0 down with 11 minutes left and scored 3 times. And you can criticize Egypt's final collapse, but you cannot ignore what they did for most of this match. Argentina overwhelmingly controlled the attacking numbers. They had far more shots and created much more expected goal value. Egypt's goalkeeper made 4 saves, and the Egyptian defense was forced into an incredible 49 clearances. But Egypt still came within minutes of eliminating the defending world champions. That is the real story. Argentina were better over the full match. Egypt were smarter for long periods. Shobeir was heroic. Ziko was fearless. Salah helped create danger even without scoring. And Messi missed the penalty that could have changed the game early. Then, when Argentina were almost dead, he created the first goal and scored the second. That is why this match will be remembered. Not because Argentina were perfect. They were anything but perfect. They were exposed defensively. They looked nervous. They allowed Egypt to hurt them on transitions. And for the second knockout match in a row, they came dangerously close to disaster. But champions are not always the team that never falls. Sometimes champions are the team that refuses to stay down. Egypt had the upset in their hands. They could almost feel it. Then Argentina took it away. From 0-2 to 3-2, from elimination to the quarterfinals, from Messi missing a penalty, to Messi crying after another World Cup miracle. Argentina survived. But after a night like this, one question remains. How many more times can the world champions walk this close to the edge before somebody finally pushes them over?